this April Dawn. As I told you in the past, at that time, around 350,000 people are living in this central area. But by the end of 1945, 140,000 people, that accounts for 40% of population, died within a year by the end of 1945. And immediately after the bombing, the temperature of the ground rose to 3,000 to 4,000 degrees Celsius. As you know, iron melts at about 1,500 degrees Celsius. Enormous heat. So, can you move the next one? Okay. Could you follow me, please? So everybody, could you gather here and explain about the bridge? Okay, everybody okay? Okay, so I'll start the explanation. Can you see the bridge? The bridge named Oil Bridge. That is the targeted bridge for bombing. I explain on that day. Okay. Do you know Tinian Island near Guam? You know. Okay, so 3 airplanes, B-29, dispatched from Tinian Island. Right? One is to research the weather condition for bombing. Second one was carrying the bomb. Third one is to take a picture after the bombing, effect of bombing. That is the targeted bridge, because that bridge, T-shaped bridge, okay, T-shaped, okay, T-shaped. So, T-shaped bridge was easily recognizable for the height, 9,000 meters above the ground. That was a targeted bridge, but the boat drifted this. And you know the ground zero, 5%. 5% that was very close to April Dawn. That was supposed to, I tell you that direction. And just move here. So people suffered burn and jump into this river, crying for water. On that day, the water level high tide. Can you see the black line? Okay, that's the high tide. Okay. On that day, high tide, the people jump into the river, and I heard it said this river was covered with dead bodies all over, and you can see the white buildings. Can you see white building with green letters? Can you see? Can you see? So that's an elementary school. On that day, 10 teachers and 400 students were standing on the ground because of summer morning meeting before summer break. Only 2 people survived. One girl forgot her belongings like a shoes box under the ground. She saved, and teacher, a female teacher, was behind the wall. She saved. So only 2 people survived. Okay, so shall we go to the next. So from here, you can see the very interesting shape, the clock tower. Can you see? So that's clock tower. Chimes only once a day, only one time a day at 8:15. All right, that's clock.
해당하는 숫자인지 알아? 내고 기차 가.
So today, very, very clear blue sky, no clouds. How about your country? Even now. Okay. So today is very fine day. So you can see on your right the ruins of Western style fountain. Can you see? So Avon Dome was Western style building, and this is the ruins of Western style fountain. Probably the center part, it's splashed water. Okay? So here is a sign explaining the details of bombing, but you can see more detailed explanation in the museum. Okay, so shall we go? Okay. Monument on your left. Can you see this monument? Everybody, okay. So, you are interested in the roses. So, these roses are mostly gift from European countries. All right. And so, about this monument is dedicated to all mobilized students. I explain about the mobilized students, okay, later. So, during wartime, all male adults were called up to fight the war. So, students aged between 12 to 17 were called up. They had to engage in farm work and munitions factory and building demolishing work. On that day, students aged from 12 to 13 were demolishing the building to create fire breaks. So on that day there are often air raids. So if there are many buildings easily catch the fire. So to create a fire break which prevent fire from spreading. Can you see? Fire breaks. So students were demolishing the building. So about 8,000 students were demolishing the building. Out of that number, 6,000 students died by the bombing. So this monument was built because of them. Can you see the shape? They died in the middle of their life. So this structure, can you see? Okay, upper. So they died in the middle of life. So their hope and dream spread out like this. Okay? So shall we go next? So next is the children's peace monument. Have you ever heard of a girl who completed more than 1,000 paper cranes? Sadako?
Yes.
Do you know? You know?
Yes.
So when did you know?
Oh, long time ago.
Long time. So next monument, Sadako's monument.
Sadako.
Okay? So everybody, just stop here. So earlier I told you about the hype center, Ground Zero. Okay, everybody, okay? Okay. So can you see the 7-Eleven convenience store? 7-Eleven. Okay. Go straight and make right in front of 7-Eleven, and you walk 20 meters. There is a hype center, hospital. That is the Ground Zero. Everybody okay? The hospital. Okay. Okay, shall we go? So everybody, could you gather around here so that you can see the monument? So probably everybody is present. Okay, I'll start with my explanation. Can you see the statue of a girl holding paper crane? Her name is Sadako. This monument was built because of her. She was 2 years old when a bomb was dropped on Hiroshima. However, miraculously, she saved injury. But 10 years after the bombing, she developed acute leukemia. She had popular belief that holding 1,000 paper planes can make your wish come true. It's said she completed more than 1,300 paper cranes, but her efforts were in vain. She died 8 months after the onset of leukemia. Her classmates wanted to do something for her and for other children who died as a result of a bomb-related diseases. That's why her classmates decided to put up this monument. They embarked on fundraising campaign that was supported by the entire nation. Look at these paper planes. These are all made by school children all over Japan and people from other countries too. Paper planes and this monument have become a symbol of peace. Just have a look at the planes. One person who represents this group. Ring the bell. Okay. People and just have a look. That's great.
My grandma told me.
So there is an inscription. That inscription reads, "The boys and girls say, this is our cry. This is our prayer for building peace in this world." Just have a look at here. Paper planes. And take a picture and move to the next one. Okay? Okay. So, which one?
Of course, I've learned about
So before moving to the next monument, I'll explain about all that oleander that bloom in summertime and bloom pink flower. This is the oleander and this is the official flower of Hiroshima city. They bloom pink flower, and on your right, that is the white oleander. And white oleander is gift from Honolulu when Honolulu and Hiroshima city became a sister city in 1959. The white oleander reminds us of friendship we share, and also it reminds us of the fact that both cities overcame the tragedy. Do you understand? Thank you. So we move to the next memo piece. We have two monuments to see. Okay. So please watch your steps and proceed in front of the flame. So please watch your step. Watch your step, please. So okay. So this is the frame of peace. This represents our hope for a world free of nuclear weapons. This flame will burn until the day when all nuclear weapons shall have disappeared from the ground. Can you see the pedestal? Two open hands, their palms facing upward. Can you see? And you can see 5 fingers on each side. Can you see? So the frame of peace was built in 1964 when the first and previous Tokyo Olympic was held. I said the flame will burn until the day when, but nobody can tell when. So just in case, backup fire is kept in the museum. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, so. And the feel of the frame is propane gas. Okay? Everybody okay? So we go to the last monument. The last monument we call Cenotaph. C-E-N-O-T-A-P-H. Cenotaph. In this park, probably you know there is plenty of water in this park because many people died trying for water. So water is to console the soul of the dead. So next is the last monument. Can you see that shape? That's a cenotaph. That's a cenotaph for all atomic bomb victims. The shape derived from the ancient Japanese house. That symbolizes our hope that people who rest there will be sheltered from the elements. So, shall we go to the Here's the explanation in English or Germany or Spanish. Can you see the explanation? Can you listen to me? Can you see the stone chest under the shelter? Can you see? It contains a list of those who have died since 1945. As of 2023, August 6, about 334,000 names have been recorded here. It also contains the name of some foreign nationals, including Koreans and American prisoners of war. As you stand in front of this center, you can see the flame of peace and even dome within this arch. Can you see? Yeah. But do you remember Hiroshima summit was held last year, May 19th to 21st. 7 summit leaders plus 2 European community representatives stood in front of this center and offered relief. Do you remember? To enter the museum. Okay, so before entering the museum, I'll tell you about the museum. Just up front, this is the main hall, okay? And on your left, that is the east hall. In the main hall, you can see this hall. You can see personal belongings left by Avon victims. And you can also see the paper planes, some of the paper planes that the girl I explained, the paper planes are exhibited. At that time, everything is very scarce. So she used medicine paper, very tiny paper, and by using needles, and completed more than 1,300 paper plates. And you can see some of them in the museum. All right. Then, in the East Hall, on the third floor, you can see how a bomb was created. And on the second floor, you can learn the history of the construction of Hiroshima. And first floor, you can see the paper plane holded by former US President Barack Obama. She visited this museum 1916 May. All right. So now we are entering to the museum, and I tell you the place and time we gather. Okay. So everybody, please gather here. So before entering the museum, I'd like to take a poll. Okay, two. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So probably everybody. 20 people. Okay? So, yeah.